If I would have told you I got this car for the same price of a 2020 ARC last year, you'd probably say I'm crazy. Well, guess what, folks? True story. Here is Brian Vickers' 2009 Red Bull Toyota Camry. Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again, back with another NASCAR Diecast review. And we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. So, instead of us just reviewing cars that we only have a box for, why don't we review a Red Bull car that I have that, of course, is loose? Here is Brian Vickers' 2009 Red Bull Toyota Camry. One of the most sought-after 1/64 scale diecast of all time is the Red Bull Camrys. These things from 2007 to 2010, well, those cars, even 2011 as well, these cars fetch top dollar. If you could go back in 2008 and you could pick up a 12-car case of these, brand new, right, the ARC boxes, and you could pick them up for $7 to $8 a piece for each car, you would not double, you would not triple, not quadruple. You would probably make 7 to 8 times your money back for each diecast. Yes, these things have just exploded in value, exploded in marketability, with the Red Bull logos and all that stuff. It's incredible how expensive these cars are, and to be honest with you, I didn't pay too much for it. I'll be saying how much I actually paid for this car later in the video. For the longest, I kind of didn't think I was going to be able to, own one of these Red Bull cars, but I tell you what, I waited, and somehow, some way, I was actually able to own one of these. And, yeah, I didn't pay too much for it, I'll be honest with you. So you got the two Red Bulls, doing their bullish thing. You got Red Bull on the hood. You got Camry, and Brian Vickers actually won in this car in 2009. Who remembers that Michigan race? Remember that? Yeah. So this headlight, for whatever reason, is like really yellow looking. That's interesting. It's got the 83 here. You got Camry. I think it's actually just the contingency print. I think all three of these just have a yellowish tint to them. You got the 83 there. You got Camry. You got your whole front grille here. A little bit of some chips, I will say, on the front. Again, this is loose. It's out of the box. But I feel like, look, it's a super rare diecast. I want to do a review on it for y'all because I'll be honest with you, not many people are reviewing these things anymore. So I want to do a review on it. So you got the Sunoco logo there. Got the Sunoco logo there. I mean, it's incredible to think how valuable these cars are now. I mean, these things were just toyed around on the floor. And 10 years later, these things have hit over $60 per car. If these people paid $7 or $8 for them, I mean, it's remarkable. I kid you not, the other day, I'd seen someone pay over $99 for one of these in the box. I couldn't believe it. Over $99 plus shipping. I couldn't believe it. And you want to know what's even more crazy? The dude had both of the 2009 releases, the 82 and the 83, both over $99. Both had one bidder on it, and I'm willing to guarantee it was all the same dude. Who would pay over $200 for a freaking 1/64 scale diecast? I'm sorry, for two 1/64s and 200? Oh God, no! I would never pay that much. So over here on the side, you got the Brian Vickers, signature there. Very cool. You got Toyota, you got Red Bull, you got the Puma logo, which I'm assuming that's the fire suit and all that jazz. And these were promos. This is a promo diecast for Red Bull, to my knowledge. From what I hear, this was, you could only get it as a promo. Can't read what that logo says there. Got a little bit of some chips. Again, this is, loose, so this isn't like a diecast quality nightmare like that 2014 Ryan Newman Quicken Loans car review. That thing is destroyed. That thing is so bad looking. Good God. So you got the whole Red Bull logo here, and this is something they did over at Red Bull Racing, which, to my knowledge, I think they evolved from Red Bull Racing to BK Racing, I think. You have the whole Red Bull here. Got Red Bull right there as well. The whole bull that goes around the left and rear fender well. Well, they also painted the rear tires red as well, so it just gives you that distinct look to it. I just think it looks amazing. I think it looks amazing. You got the yellow right there, got the 83. I love the font, very sharp and aggressive. A little bit of some modern artwork. Of course, this was 2009. This was very modern. Like, this would be the equivalent of seeing kind of like the Monster Energy car nowadays for Kurt Busch. Something sleek, something modern, I think this is a fantastic looking paint scheme, and you got even like a silver Goodyear right there. I love that. Got NASCAR race car, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, EA Sports, and Mac Tools. And you even got that beautiful Red Bull logo on the winglets. Love that. And then over here to the caboose of this diecast, got Red Bull right there on the back panel. I got Toyota there, got a bad paint chip there. Again though, even though this thing is chipped up, this thing's valuable, bro. Like, I could not believe. And you wanna know how much I paid for this car? I paid $7. $7. I bought it last year, $7. I bought both of them. Both of the 2009 releases, $7 a piece. Couldn't believe it. I got 83 there. Taillights look a little bit small there. I think that's just part of the diecast release that year, but man, I certainly remember those taillights being a little bit bigger than that. That's interesting. And then over here to the right side of this diecast, I mean, you just cannot say that that is not a beautiful looking race car. I mean, this thing just looks fantastic. You know, the dark blue, the silver, the red, the black wheels. I mean, who can forget when they did the pit stops for the Red Bull cars? They had the reds on the back and they had the black tires, you know, in front. I mean, it was just really cool seeing two different style rims, you know, the red rims, the black rims. I think it just looks fantastic, man. It was such a unique, you know, style race car. And they won 2 races, too, Red Bull Racing. They won, what was it, 2009 Michigan, and they also won 2011 Phoenix, of course, with Brian Vickers in 2009, and in 2011 with Casey Kane. Yeah, Casey Kane drove one of those Red Bull cars when they renumbered to the 4 car in 2011. But absolutely, man, one of the most sought-after 164 diecasts of all time, especially for the COT era. I mean, the holy grails of the COT era are the Jeff Gordon Pepsi Challenger, any Red Bull car, Kyle Busch, Indiana Jones. That's definitely a grail car there. Of course, the Sam Hornishes. Those are freaking ridiculously expensive, man. I tell you. And then over here to the roof of this diecast, you do have a small little paint chip there. Unfortunately, again, this is loose, but you know what? It's such a rare diecast that I wanted to do a review on. It got the 83 there. Reminds me of some New England Patriot jersey numbers, ironically enough. I just freaking love this car, dude. And it's actually produced on the CAMRY mold. Even though this is technically considered like a promo diecast, it wasn't produced on the generic promo mold, which is quite interesting. And then over here to the deck lid of this car, you do have the Red Bull, well, Bulls, just chilling right there on the deck lid. Very nice. Holy cow, folks. One of the best looking COT diecasts ever. And I hope someday to have every single COT Red Bull car made. Now, whether that'll happen, well, that's a fairy tale, probably. But I tell you what, though, I have both of the 2009 ones. I waited, God knows how, what, 6.5, 7 years to get those? I paid $7 each. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. But yeah, I definitely am still looking for the 2010s and the 2008s and the 2000s. I tell you what, man, them 2007 Red Bull cars, holy cow. You want to talk about the most expensive 164 scale diecast ever? That's probably one of them. I mean, besides maybe a Dale Senior prototype autograph or something, or the Dale Jr. 2007 Budweiser COT Elite. That car is, every time I see it, it's over $100. It's crazy. And I remember the Red Bull ones, and they were like, I'm talking like $130. Like, what? It's incredible the amount of money these people will pay for the Elite Red Bull cars. But you know what, man? I'm just happy to have 2 of them, so. Anyways, folks, let me know what y'all think about this 2009 Brian Vickers Red Bull Toyota Camry. I freaking love this car. It's one of my favorites. Would y'all like to see more of these, like, really rare diecast reviews? You know, I know they're loose, they're not mint condition, but they're so darn rare, I think they deserve a review. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? You know, I'm not going to do this for some chipped up Denny Hamlin generic car, you know. I would only do these for, of course, the super rare pieces. And I just want to know what y'all think about it. Y'all like these reviews? I freaking love doing them. Anyways, folks, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, giving the video a big thumbs up helps out tremendously. Of course, I hope to see you on the next video. NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series returns August 2nd for the Daytona 500 for Season 3, and then July 30th for the Daytona Duels. We're going to have some go or go homers. Some diecast are not going to make the show. Word is Little Wrangler 3 will be joining in for the Season 3 premiere. That's going to be fun to see if his car can make the show at the Daytona Duels. Anyways, hope you're all having an amazing day out there. Diecast Buffet, signing off.